Welcome back to In Session. I'm Jean Casares. What a day it has been in Arizona so far. Live testimony. Capital defendant JODI Arias is taking the stand in her own defense, and it is getting explicit. It is extremely sexually explicit testimony that the defense is asking of JODI to recite on the stand today. There even seemed to be, I think, a bit of a different demeanor in JODI Arias. Well, one person that sees it firsthand, and she's come right out of the courthouse to talk to us, is In Session correspondent and attorney Beth Karras. Beth, you were in that courtroom, and I want to ask you so many questions, but first, you saw what we didn't see. There was a point today where it was referred to pictures that JODI was sent on her picture phone, and it was November 11th, so it was just a couple of weeks after their liaison at that motel in the desert. Did everyone in the courtroom see those pictures? And I saw nothing that JODI took them. Someone else must have taken those pictures.
Travis, well, we're left with the impression that Travis Alexander took them of himself, and then he sent them to her. 2 pictures right in a row on November 11, 2006. And then he asked her to reciprocate, but she didn't do it then. She must have done it at some point, because she said, I didn't do it then. I was in a restaurant, and she just didn't give any other reasons at that point. But those pictures were displayed. The first one was up longer than the others. And Jean, I have to tell you, Travis Alexander's erection was everywhere you looked in that courtroom. On the monitor above the witness, above Arias, on a huge screen directly across from the jury, on monitors, on the desk, the computers, you could see all facing the audience, but they were on various desks, you know, the lawyer's desk in the courtroom. On another monitor facing the audience, it's like everywhere you looked, you saw it. And so I watched a juror then, and when she was describing the anal sex shortly after her baptism, jurors were looking up, and they were looking down, and looking this way or that way. I mean, they looked at the pictures, of course, but it's not like they were staring. They were doing anything they could to avoid staring, it seemed, at the pictures, but they had to really make an effort to look down because it was everywhere in the courtroom.
And those pictures have now been entered into evidence. All right, Beth, we want everybody to listen to the testimony that went along with those pictures. Watch and listen.
How did he react to your refusal to send him a picture?
He felt it should be fair, kind of like that. Like, he didn't say that, but he had been requesting photos for a while at this point, and
what was he requesting photos of?
naked pictures.